All right, hero. We've arrived. I'd like to welcome you, officially, to Virin. This is my home of sorts. You've been here before, obviously. You killed your way through, but now I would like to have you as an honored guest, you know? It's a place I care for deeply. It is a place that has been entrusted to my care. And it is, I hope, the place where I'll show you we're not really all that bad. Would you like to explore, or is there anything in particular you'd like to see? Any information you'd like? You'd like a drink? Well, that is fair, honestly. I mean, think about it. Within the last few weeks, you've been thoroughly trounced by the demon queen you were expected to kill. You returned home with your tail between your legs. You were summarily exiled by the church, excommunicated, even. And now you're here. In the very city you carved your way through before. I think a drink is more than in order. All right, let's head to a tavern, then. Yes, a tavern. I assure you, I have my own stores of alcohol, but frankly, I like drinking with my people, and I thought this might still prove a decent chance for you to see what life is like here. I want you to see what we're offering, what we mean when we say we intend to overthrow the gods. I want you to see what life in a godless kingdom looks like. For its people, not just for its leaders. Well, in any case, let's pay a visit to the tavern, shall we? It's a personal favourite of mine, actually. Oh yes, it's called the Jumping Shark. Why is it named that? No clue. It just is. Now, let's go. All right, then. How are we doing today, Halasella 4? It's good to see you. Yes, well, his name is Halasella 4. He's a dragon. He runs a bar. Most folks call him Hal. Could I get the usual, please, Hal? Thank you. Order what you will. It's, well, in all likelihood, if it exists, Hal has it. What'll it cost? Well, nothing. Nothing at all. You're a guest here, first off, and second, well, we've more than enough to go around. We prefer to avoid things like currency where possible. Instead, you just ask for what you need, and provided it can be provided, it shall be. I'm serious. That's how things work round here. We produce more than enough food for all our people. And it's not as though you can have fine dining every day, but everyone in our nation is more than welcome to partake of such cuisine whenever they wish. Drink is similar. An individual can only consume so much, honestly, before we start to get worried for them. But prior to them hitting that point, well, there's plenty to go around. This is delicious, mind you. It's flavoured with crushed up raspberries, interestingly enough. Absolutely divine, I must say. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing what? Showing you what life is like here? Well, I believe I told you before, it's for the sake of recruiting you, ideally. Or at least convincing you not to hate us. You want to know why we're so interested in recruiting you specifically? Well, I believe I told you before that those who are the sorts to become heroes, the types to be tricked by the gods, they tend to be rather noble, kind souls, you know? Misled, severely misled, but even still. I was much the same. I was tricked by the same. I was made the same offer. And I came to a decision a bit faster than you did. My feelings for the Queen likely played a role in that. But I still started at the same place, you know? I want to give you a chance. I want to give you the opportunity to use that noble heart of yours for something worthwhile, for something good. Gods, but that's strong. Delicious, but... What? Am I not allowed to use the names of the gods as an expletive? Is that a right reserved only to their worshippers? I just... You remind me very deeply of myself, is what I'm trying to say. And so, well, I certainly have my orders from the Queen to look after you and to guide you if you wish for it. I'd likely have chosen to do so anyways, because I know what it's like. I know how it feels to be in your shoes, to feel lost, vulnerable, alone in a world that suddenly feels so very unfamiliar. I know what that's like. I want to help you because I believe it's the right thing to do, and because I believe you truly do have the potential to do great good. What if you decide to just become an ordinary citizen? Or live out on your own? What, like in a cabin in the woods? Well, frankly, I'd worry after you a little bit if you went with the hermit option. I would be upset, I'd be concerned, but I wouldn't try and stop you. I would ask you to let me check in every now and then in such a case. Just to make sure you were all right. To make sure you were provided for and all that. I've already told you why I care. Yes, we have just met. I get it. I understand where you're coming from, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we just met. It doesn't matter that we were enemies before. You were lied to. You made mistakes. I was lied to. I made mistakes. I understand that better than anyone. You have no one. You understand that, right? You're alone. It upsets me. The idea of you alone upsets me. All right? The thought of someone who strove so hard to do good, being all alone, I won't allow it. I can't. Hal, another round, please. Thank you. I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. I hope I'm making sense. I care because I do, and that's all there is to it. I care because it's the right thing to do. And, in part, it's because of what I am. As you know, I'm not just an ordinary demon. I'm a demon general. A succubus, specifically. I'm a skilled archer. I imbue magic into my arrows. I am also... I will admit I'm rather adept with regards to deception. I'm a very talented liar. for quite a few reasons. Not the least of which is that it's near impossible to lie to me. As a succubus, I have the innate capacity to read the emotions and intentions of those around me. I can feel them. And as a result, I can tell when something I'm saying stretches the bounds of believability. I know that telling you this likely doesn't inspire much trust. To know that lies flow so freely off my tongue, but if I truly intended to lie to you, would I tell you of this? Would I inform you of my particular knack? I'm telling you because I want you to know that I can see how you're feeling. I can feel it myself. You're angry. You hardly know at who. You're scared. You hardly know of who. A part of you is broken now. And it needs desperately to be fixed, to be mended. You suddenly found yourself bereft of purpose. And you've discovered that your whole life before now was a lie. I remember feeling that way. I'm going to speak my mind now. I think you would make for an excellent demon and a remarkable general. I believe that we would be lucky to have you. But I also believe that it's very possible to have enough of war. Hell only knows, the Queen has. She's sick of it. She's tired. She's had enough. She doesn't have the luxury of taking a break, though. Her existence is an affront to the gods. They'll be at war until either side is annihilated. But you do have a choice. You can return to your human kingdom and live on the streets. I'd rather you not do that, but you can. You can become a hermit, if you like. Live in the woods. Live off the land. Build yourself a little hut out in the forest and wait for this all to blow over. But I'd ask you not to do that. Isolation isn't healthy, or good, or wise. It wouldn't be healthy for you. I believe you'd make a great general, but failing that, if you have had enough of war, I would be happy to have you as a citizen of Varin. Or I would be happy to know that you've settled in any demonic city, whether you choose to take a demonic form or no. I'd be happy to know that you are here, safe, cared for, With friends someday, I hope. I'd be especially happy if I could be one of them. What would the Queen think? What a question. You recall what she offered you before. She'd be more than willing to allow you to exist as a citizen of our nation. There's nothing wrong with you wanting that. It's a lot to consider, I know. I'm not going to ask that you make a choice in a day. But prior to self-isolating or returning to those abusive people, I'd ask that you consider the alternatives we present. I want to see you thrive someday, in whatever form that takes. Now then, I think it's about time that we head to bed. We've been on the road for quite a while. I'm looking forward to sleeping on a mattress again. Can take you to my home. You can rest the night. And then tomorrow you can explore Virin to your heart's content. Accompanied by myself if you like, or alone if you'd prefer. The choice is yours. I want you to get an authentic picture of what life here would be like. I hope you like it. It's just a little fortress town, right on our borders. So very close to human lands. But Virin is thriving. It's a beautiful, bustling place filled with so many wonderful people. I'm sure that quite a few of them would be happy to be your friend if you asked. Now, let's get going.